either say your name or shut your mouth. Okay, seriously, it's that simple. And number two, you know what, bro? If you don't like it, leave.
Let's talk about WWE wrestlers opening up in a Rolling Stone interview. They said it was more saying S than was humiliating or mean couched as a joke, but it's a nasty joke. If you're being targeted in the room, nobody stands up for you. But that's because if they do, they will get the bullet in the head too. You don't stick your head up of the foxhole for anybody because nobody wants to take a bullet. So EC3 as the resident locker room guy who's competed in WWE, what was the culture backstage when it comes to defending someone from your experience?
Was this writer's room? Or
this is the writer's room, Chris. It's
the writer's room. Yeah, okay. So the writers opened up. So we'll talk about you, EC3, with locker room etiquette. Or locker room type of code, and then we'll talk about you, Vince, with writer's code. So we'll go locker room code with you first, EC3.
I think to speak to the writers and producers room in the previous administration, I definitely know that is a thing, especially if you wanted to vouch for somebody. Like, I had a lot of people that liked me. I had a lot of people that knew I can do what I do and knew I can do what I do very well, but I didn't have anyone stand up and say it because for some reason, the person on top didn't care for whatever I was doing. So no one would vouch for you. No one would take that risk. No one would want to get that bullet in the head. So that's probably 100% true.
You think you know all the wrestling stories? There's more you haven't heard yet. Join us on Backstage Pass.
As far as the locker room, when I was there, it was very cordial and ambient. So maybe there's people that you can't stand that talk a lot, but everybody, maybe boisterous, loud, big people would talk all sorts of nonsense and exaggerations and lies. Everyone knew they're full of it, and they just kind of, it would almost be comical to rib each other to get you to converse with them or keep them going. So everyone had a pretty clear vicinity radar judgment on who was what and who hung with who, and there was never really any super divisiveness. Everyone was professional. Not everyone was friends. You didn't like everybody, but you liked majority of them, and you were brothers with majority of them. So I couldn't say like there ever being an instance where like a big this side. There was never the Bret Hart versus the Clique kind of faction, the old guard. So I would say if it came down to it, though, more often than not, the vast majority would be on one side, and there'd be a very, 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 very small minority on the other, because it was a very tight-knit, very professional, cordial group. Yes.
Indeed. All right. Vince Russo, the floor is yours when it comes to these writers' rooms, man. Let us know.
Brodies, I saw this. What a bunch of mamby-pambies. First of all, why aren't you giving your names? That drives me nuts, Chris. I'm going to start when they start putting me in all these shows. I'm going to start doing them in the shadow, and they change my voice. I'm going to start doing that so nobody knows it's me, bro. You're going to do an article with the Rolling Stone, but you're going to be anonymous. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
In the shadow, yes, indeed.
Two things. So either say your name or shut your mouth. Okay, seriously, it's that simple. And number two, you know what, bro? If you don't like it, leave. Leave. No, what Vince told me to hire a nanny to watch my kids. Did I stay there? No, I left. You don't like it, leave. But Chris, to do an interview, I don't understand the purpose of not giving your name. You're not working there anymore, obviously. Why are you going to be anonymous?
Yeah, if you're anonymous, you're never going to get on Piers Morgan, bro.
Yes, exactly.
Howard, say it to my face.
Because they want that bridge not to be burned, man. They want another chance.
Everybody is so job scared. Everybody is so compliant. Everybody is so compliant. Everybody is a coward. It sickened me watching. Like, everyone's a stooge. Everyone's a yes man. They cowered in fear for their jobs. And
especially nowadays, East, because the podcast industry is a booming industry. Yeah. So you can literally like reveal who you are, tell everything about your experience from a writer's perspective, and you can get 100,000 subscribers. Right. Yeah, and you can be coming in getting some good money on YouTube, man, and have your own business.
I was a writer. I've parlayed this for the last 12 years, man.
Yeah.
But I do, Chris, next show, tell Raju, I want to be silhouetted on the next show.
There you go. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Yeah. The Masked Magician. Remember that show?
Oh, that was great. That was, he got a lot of heat.
Yeah. He did. He got a ton of heat for that.
Someone who knows how so-and-so thinks says, and then reported a fact. This world is, culture sucks.
Yes.
Everyone blows. Everyone sucks but us and you watching.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. I agree. The Masked Magician doesn't suck either, man. He's pretty cool,
he's part of the show.
Yeah, indeed. And then when he revealed himself in the last show, it was such a pro wrestling type of saga to it, man. It was really cool,
especially with the hot assistants, Chris.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I'm excited since they revealed the greater power. That was that good.
Well, that was amazing. That got talk about heat. I got a ton of heat, man. But that's another subject for another day that we've already talked about too. When it comes to Christopher Daniels, perhaps, and all of those topics that came with that, and why Vince McMahon. Hey, if you're interested in knowing that, how about you ask Vince Russo and follow him on Twitter, and he'll let you know all things higher power, greater power. Was that a Mandela effect? Didn't Vince McMahon say greater power, or did he say higher power?
That's we're gonna have to look into that, bro. The big Mandela effect too, bro, is to the hell in the cell. Not hell in a cell, not in any cell, the cell.
That's a good example of a Mandela effect for sure.
You guys know that time stopped in 2012 and it's been a simulation since, right?
There you go.
Yes. AI. Yes, this is AI as we speak. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Vince Russo, we got EC3. I am Dr. Chris. This is writing the Wrestling Outlaws. Have a good night, everybody. So long.